Hello, everyone. Today is the day where we start learning about how to turn in our landscape paintings. Just to bring things full circle, I think we'll end here with a little Google slide presentation on your process and progress of your landscapes. So, in Google Slides, you're just going to make a new document, and you can use whatever style you want to do. It's up to you what you want this to look like. But I do want you to have a cover page with a location and the name. So you can see here, mine is Bryce Canyon in Utah, and I labeled it Fires Landscape 2020. Okay, my next slide here, I have a reference and a sketch. Tell us about your place. So for me, I printed a reference photo and a sketch sheet. A few summers ago, I went on a road trip in my parents' RV and we toured the Wild West. One of my favorite spots was Bryce Canyon, Utah. The colors in the land formations were breathtaking. So I'm just telling my viewers a little bit about why I chose what I chose. Okay, any other information you feel the viewer needs to know, you can add in the next slide. So this is my reference photo. It was easy to decide on this for my subject matter because it has turned out to be one of my favorite vacations. I took most of my pictures on my camera and I did not have access to them on my computer at school. So I Googled Bryce Canyon and found another artist's photograph of an area we visited. This happens to be my inspiration picture. Okay, then we're going to move on here to our sketch onto the canvas. I created a canvas that ended up being 26 by 14 inches. I stretched the canvas over wooden stretcher bars and stapled it. I then applied 2 coats of gesso over the surface. And here is a light pencil sketch of my landscape. And I have a typo here, so let me fix that. Okay, and then I just inserted my sketch sheet here again, just a close-up of it. I cropped it from the original photo, and then you can barely see my pencil sketch here. Okay, then I move on to my paints and water. So I used a variety of blues and browns for my color blocking while adding water to blend. You can see an image of that there. You could include pictures of your palette, paint cups, brushes, whatever you want to include there. Then I move on to my color blocking. So this is where you could add a progress picture. Here I quickly painted the large color areas, paying attention to proportions and value changes. I just needed a base to add details onto. Then I go into the progress pictures with details added. So added shadows and highlights. This is where I spent more time with smaller brushes and laid those on top of my color blocking. I added in shadows and highlights. And here we go, the full picture of your finished product. So make sure that this picture is of good quality. You want your colors to be accurate, and you want this picture to be cropped of just your painting. So for me, I actually took my painting back on the easels there where there was some natural light, and I got right above my painting with my phone, and I held it directly above it. And I took a few pictures. You are able to crop your pictures right in your phone. You can adjust the color to make it look accurate. My colors were a little bit washed out, so I did bump up the intensity just to make it look more like the actual painting. Don't edit your photo, though, too much. I want it to look like what your painting looks like in real life. Okay, and then I want your artist statement at the end. So include the mood of your painting, where you will display it, and how you felt while painting it. So for me, I'm extremely happy with my landscape painting of Bryce Canyon. I think I was able to capture the beauty of this space and do it justice. My goal was to create a feeling of calming and free. I feel that when I take time to look at this piece, Creating a work of art that is a memory of mine is a way to bring me back to that summer and how much I appreciate traveling and being with my family. I plan on hanging this picture in my living room next to some family photos from that particular RV trip. So this here will be your finished presentation that you're going to turn in for your grade. I do want as much information as you can give me. If, let's say, for some reason you lost your sketch sheet, okay, or you lost your reference photo, you're going to have to figure out how to get something in there. Maybe you could go on the internet and find your image back, or go through your phone and find that reference photo. Okay. You should have a few in progress photos because we did turn those in through Google Classroom. So if you can't find them, check in our Google Classroom and see your landscape progress pictures. Take them from there. If your paints are at home, obviously you can take a picture of your palette and your paint cups. And then the finished product is definitely a must. I need to see that because we're not going to be bringing these paintings back for me to grade in person. The only way I can grade them is through your Google Slideshow. And then the last thing, the artist statement, just try to do complete sentences, complete thoughts, really dig deep and think about what this painting means to you. And what you want to do with it or how you felt when you painted it. And just be honest and just write from your heart. Okay, figured out how we can present these onto our Google Classroom. So once you're finished with your slides, by the way, you do not need to put any of these reminders here. This was just so I could show you guys what to do, but you really just need the images and the writing in the slides. So you are going to go up here to the top right-hand corner to share. And it's going to bring this up. You want to make sure that when it goes to get link, you can go to change and you want to make sure that this is viewer so that people can't, I don't really want students commenting or editing. So just go to viewer and you can click done. Whoops, actually, I think you just go to, okay, anyone can with this link can view. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link. Okay, and then I'm going to go to our Google Classroom, which is right here, and I'm going to announce something to my class, and I'm going to scroll down here to the little paper clip. I'm going to add my link, and I should be able to right-click and paste it and add my link, and there we go. And then you can just say my finished landscape painting presentation. Just add a little something there, and then go ahead and hit add. And go ahead and hit post. And there you go. Double check, click on this link. Make sure that we can see it. Make sure that this little thing says view only. Okay. And then you can go through and you can view other people's presentations, which is kind of a cool thing. So you can share it with me. And I also want you to put it on our Google Classroom. So it should be right here. This is the only way I'm going to be able to grade this presentation. So make sure you do those steps, everybody.